Well, you look at some of these larger, more influential teams in eXp, and they're doing well. If you're not self-motivated, working from home is probably not the best idea. There's the people that need to go into an office are the same people that need a boss telling them what to do 8 hours a day to keep them motivated. So the people that are the big teams at eXp are self-motivated, but they have a very precise system. And they follow that system day in and day out. And it seems mundane, but the reality is if you knock on 100 doors a day, every single day, you will be successful. You'll learn that it's not having the right fishing equipment. It's not knowing how to fish. It's where you're fishing. So, these teams have discovered where to fish, where to spend their money efficiently. And that's probably their biggest secret, is where they're spending their money to get the greatest return. The more successful, the more net profit a team is, it's probably just refined their niche market down, like Susie, refined it down to a small, highly profitable return. And that's usually a problem with new real estate agents. They're a shotgun. They're throwing fish hooks in the water off all sides of the pier. I'm going to try calling. I'm going to try mailing. I'm going to try farming. I'm going to try door knocking. I'm going to do a networking event. I'm going to throw a party, and they've got all these fish hooks in the water. And then one of my friends said, it's not how many hooks you have or how much equipment. He goes, where are you fishing is probably the more important thing. And so I like to sit down with agents and discuss, where are you fishing? Where are you spending your money? What's your average rate of return for that method of lead generation? There are numbers for everything. If you knock 100 doors, my experience is 17 of them will open up. Only 8% will talk to you, and only 5 will give you any useful information. So you have a 5% average rate of return. Can I beat that on a telephone? Can I beat that with direct mail? Can I beat that with internet lead purchasing? No. By the way, no, you can't. If you're buying your leads off the internet, you're lucky to get 3%, and that's if you have a really great lead source. So, and right now, because of the lack of inventory, I just like to tell everybody out there, geographical farming is like farming in the ocean right now. There's nothing. So if you have an average turnover rate in a good year of 8%, right now it's 2%. And if you can live on 2 homes per 100 per year, and you can feed your family with that, go for it. Unless you have an established farm with a huge presence and you just don't want to let it go, waiting for the market to return, don't start geographical farming right now.
Okay,
start something more efficient. That's my 2 bits there. You can edit that out.
No, I like that. I'm actually gonna do that. This is part 2. Actually,
well, we could do a whole just lead generation thing.
I think we have to, Susie. I mean, I'm running out of time because I've got to. And forgive me, Sean. I respect your highness, but I've got a 10 o'clock a recruiting appointment. So I'm just I'm looking at my time, but I'm really thoroughly enjoying you. Let's end it there, please, if you don't mind, Sean. What I'd like to do is, I would love to just have another a broadcast where we talk about how you groom your agents for excellence and how you take them on their journey where you're punching holes into their business model to get them on the right track. I think, Susie, would that be beneficial, you think?
All day long.
There you go. Okay.
Yes.
We need to have Susie's picture on here.
I think
I shared with Kevin ahead of time why my video is not shooting. So I'm listening to another commitment I had. So
there you go.
I want to be engaged with you guys instead.
Well, I kicked David Golden off of a Zoom to come with you. So I kicked number 26 in the company to the curb to talk to Kevin. So
well, Sean, you are remarkable. Thank you very much. I've had the best time of my life, and this is really going to. I've been at eXp for the past 15 days, and I really have 2 agents, and I'm still keeping the same routine. I'm looking at least locking down 2 appointments a day just for now, because it's what I know. And so like in the swing of things, I'm also getting acclimated to all the tools and systems and everything that eXp has offered.
Are you using the Vlad and Devin and Eric's appointment?
I'm using Peak Level. I'm also using the Thrive Network for their masterminds. And I want to be very transparent with you. I'm pretty tech savvy. And I thought I'd kind of get eXp when I got in there. It's advanced. I mean, I'm going, hold on.
Eric Seifert's program.
Yeah. But not this eXp itself, the eXp world, some of the tools, the CRM. I mean, it's advanced. It's out there. It is
definitely a password book full of stuff.
Right,
I mean, everything you sign up for, new password. Thank God for passport wallets where they keep all your passwords. So when's the next time I'm going to see you? Are you going to head out to Scottsdale?
I would love to, Sean. So working with Tony Fletcher, we really just want to focus on recruiting and want to kind of get into our zone because that's what we know. And that also means company dollar for us. So what we're doing is we have our office here and we're treating this as if it was our own brokerage. And we're working in tandem. Literally, we are all day long. We're talking, chatting, sharing leads, sharing appointments, covering each other. And I'd love to, Sean, if that's something that you think I should make a plan for, I will. I just literally landed running. So I've been like treading water. I haven't even had a chance to kind of enjoy the surf.
You need to go to Scottsdale.
Yeah, Scottsdale's, well,
I'll be in Georgia.
So Cabo's a huge influencer playground. Pretty much every alpha and most of the betas are there. And the one question I always ask for them is, do you have somebody who's running your growth division for you? And what are they using to generate the leads for the growth division? Because you've got two tracks here. You've got your real estate transaction, you have your growth attraction. And I'm always amazed to see what people are doing to bring in the growth attraction. The most successful teams, and if you look at some of them, the Curtis Johnsons, the Dan Beers, Elizabeth Riley, they don't go after one-off agents. They talk to team leaders. They talk to brokerage owners. They talk to team leaders. Brokerage owners a little more difficult. Staying away from torturous interference means you're talking to brokerage owners who are not under a current franchise or agreement with a publicly traded company, or that's ending and they give you permission. And all you need is a text saying, my franchise agreement's expiring. I've already notified them I'm leaving. You can talk to them all you want. But they're not trying to go after one-off agents. It's how I was successful at my last company. I tried to not go after single agents. I would go on Market View or Broker Metrics and I would pull up teams. I want teams. And teams are where eXp makes the most sense because you walk in, if you sit down with Dan Beer, who has every single statement that he ever got for rev share. He set up his own, and you've got your thing, but he set up his own bank account for that. And he can show you every statement from the day he walked over. And the first few were simply his team. It's like, oh, there's only $1,600 a month. But that was my team. And I started adding that up and it went $1,600 a month. I'm like, that's your cap at your last company. He goes, I know. So it made a lot of sense. Not to mention I got a reduction in my cap from my last company. And I got a stock award here. So he goes, really, financially, it made a lot of sense. Now, you do have those agents who love the office like you do. I put on a nice shirt. I even decorate my background with an office every day. You put on I see you in a suit and jacket every single day. You're an office person.
Yes. Yeah.
You're gonna give some of that up as a single agent unless you get involved with a larger team or very, very active downline. So I like having the and the Dan Beers and the Kip Bochers and the Pete Middletons surrounding me because they have those team environments. And if you find an agent who's really good at what they do, no team would turn them down. It's like, oh, you bring me instant revenue. Why wouldn't I want you?
Wow, fantastic,
So,
fantastic, Sean. And we all have our flavor. There's all the different team leaders and different agents and different divisions, luxury and commercial. They all add massive value to eXp. eXp is a world. It's a rainbow nation. So I have my way. For instance, Tony works from home all day long. I'll never see Tony in the office unless we have a Monday morning meeting. Other than that, but it's just how I seem to, when I get into the zone, Sean, is when I show up. At home, I've got 4 boys at home. I just have a harder time. So I kind of have to remove myself and get myself into my zone in order to operate. Do I want to be away from home? No, I don't. But in order to take care of business, I have to sacrifice or compromise some of my hopes and dreams, I guess.
Well, and those will come back around very quickly. I can tell you right now, if you're looking for a place to focus your efforts, leave it on your last company, because there's a lot of change. It's not just change, team leaders come and go, and OPs come and go, and regionals come and go. It's stuck between an aging economic model and a non-functioning technological model. Plus you're throwing in a disruption of public, public offerings, initial public offerings. Agents don't like change. They hate it. They can't stand it. And one of the former CEOs of that company told me, transition leads to attrition, even under the best of circumstances. We could be going to a model that everybody gets paid double and people will still leave. They see it as their opportunity, that transitional phase of, I have no loyalty to the new program. The old program's going away. This is my, they're just looking for that one sign from above that I need to make a move. And some people just make, the old adage, it's not if you're going to change your brokerage, it's when.
When, got it. Yeah.
And it's when we may be moving to retirement. We just want a flat fee. We're not really going to do anything. Maybe sell our neighbor's house once a year, and paying a big cap doesn't work. But so everybody transitions in models. Some of the most die-hard people from my last company, they transition into a different model as they move into retirement or as they move out of the real estate space. So
because it's a mindset, hey Sean, because my son's 21 years old and he wants to be a loan officer. So he was interning at a very big brokerage here in Orange County.
Don't let him do it.
Well, sorry, what happened was I said to him, hey son, come over here. I want to pitch you eXp because I'm practicing. This was a week and a half ago. I said, come to, I call it a lunch and learn. So on a Wednesday, come in, I want to pitch you eXp. It took me only 20 minutes. And he said, Dad, so if I become a real estate agent and I join eXp, and from what you're telling me, I'll show him a wealth chart over here.
Yep.
Sean.
Next time we'll do your wealth chart. You've got 3 minutes.
Thank you. He says to me, I want to become a real estate agent because I want to retire in 5 years' time. That was it. When that day he signed up for real estate school, the 2 nights later he was in his first real estate class. He's on his trajectory to now get his real estate license in the next 3 months. Why? Because the revenue share prospect and idea made complete sense to him. He saw it as the easiest way to garner wealth and prosperity for his efforts and what he wants to commission life. So interesting.
Daniel Beer started at eXp 3 years ago. His growth officer, Isaac, started at eXp 2 years ago. Isaac's salary from his rev share exceeds what he was making at his last job in 2 years. So these people didn't build this empire over a 20 or 30 year period. They did it in a couple of years.
Yes. Thank you, Sean.
Yep. So, all right, go do your thing.
You're amazing, Susie. Thank you very much, Sean.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Sean.
I appreciate you guys.
Kevin.
You're
Take care,
amazing.
Susie.